All right, we're going to do some reflections today. All right, so we got about 4 different types. First one is the reflection over the y-axis. Notation for all reflections is a lowercase r. Why am I still in that color? Lowercase r. And then if I want y-axis, it'd be written like this. Axis, x. Okay. Your rule for that. Well, if you have x, y, it will now go to negative x comma y. All right, so our example down here, you can just use the rule, or you can actually kind of translate over the line. I'll show you what I mean. So my rule is I negate my x's, my y's stay the same. So that means this w is now going to be a positive 2, 3. So here's w prime. Or you could do this method. You see where s is? I count it to the line. 1, 2. Well, then it's 1, 2 on the other side. So right here, it's going to be s prime. Either way works. Both are good. All right. So then my I, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here is going to be I prime. And last one, P prime, that's 4 away, so 4 away. Right here, P prime. Connect them. And there we go. As you notice, there's my shape. Oh, it looks exactly the same, but just on the other side. And of course, if I were to write these, W prime is negative 2, 3. Oh, sorry. That was W. It's 2, 3 now. S prime is 2, 1. P prime is 4, negative 2. And then I prime is 5, negative 1. Now you could do this 2 ways. You could graph it and then write the coordinates, or you could use the rule to write the coordinates and graph it. Both ways work. That's going to be the only one we write the primes on just to save time. Okay. Next one's reflecting over the x-axis. So again, it's the same way. Our x-axis. Okay. Rule for this. If you have xy, it will go to x stays, negate my y. All right. So now in my little picture here, my x's stay and negate my y. All right. So let's do that M. Oh, let me zoom in. So, M. Come on. That's fine enough. So M, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So 5 away. Right down here, we got M prime. W prime, 4 away. So 4 away on the other side, down here. All right, next one, D prime. D's up here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from that line. So then 5 away on the other side is down here, D prime. And then A is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 away on the other side. We got A prime. There we go. Looks like that. So if I zoom out again, yeah, it's not perfect because, well, I'm using a stylus. Oh my gosh. But hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, and you can write those rules. Then we got our next one. Reflection over the line y equals x and y equals negative x. So both of these, again, the little r, then it's either y equals x or the r, y equals negative x. That's both rules, right? Now it just depends which one it is. Now the notation, like the rule for this, it's probably better to know this rule than trying to count to a line. So the rule is if you have xy, you're going to switch to be yx. That's if you go over the line y equals x. So on this side, it's y equals x. The other side is if you have y equals negative x. Well, hey, the only difference is that negative sign. So guess what? If you have xy, it just switches to negative y, negative x, all right? These are the only two rules you really absolutely need to know, because all the other ones, the y-axis, x-axis, and our last one actually, you can just count to the line and you're fine. So our example, we're going to reflect this over the line y equals x. So honestly, the best way to do this is just to use the rule. So my rule is I switch my x's and y. So for example, for p prime, switching my x and y's means I'm going to have -2, -3 now. Then I do q prime. Again, I'm going to do the same thing, switch some spots. So 1, -2. Then I got h prime. That's going to be 3, -2. And then I got L prime, and that's going to be 2, 0. All right, and now let's see what happens when I graph this. All right, so P prime -2, -3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be right here, right there. So that's P prime. And I got 1, -2, 1, -2 is going to be right there. It's going to be Q prime. Q. And I got 3, -2, 1, 2, 3. -2. Right there. That's going to be H prime. And then I got 2, 0. And that's going to be L prime. So this shape, as you can see, it's going to end up right here. And again, it's that same shape, but this time it reflected over line y equals x. And that line, that's right there. So actually, yeah, minus my little poor dot connecting, you can see, because yours is much better, yeah, it does work. All right, next one. Let's reflect over any horizontal or vertical line. So this is a rule for any horizontal or vertical line. All you're going to do is count to the line, then count the same amount after the line. So for example, if I were to reflect this next shape right here over this line I'm about to make, it's going to be y equals 1. The rule is to count to the line and then count the same amount past the line. So what that means, you see I right here? Well, that's 1 to the red line. So I want to go 1 past the red line right here. Right here. Come on, get my dot in there. So there's I prime. All right, so then B. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So 4 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be right up here. B prime. W, 1, 2. So 1, 2. W prime. And then L, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. All right, so that's my rule. I count to the line, and then I go ahead and count past the line. And as you can see, yeah, that's a pretty good reflection. All right, so there's your rules. Really, the main ones, reflect over y equals x and y equals negative x, are the only ones you kind of got to know those rules for. The others you can just count. So I'm going to let you do 1 and 2, so you can practice with 1 and 2. So 1 and 2, you got to get done. We'll check those together. So you practice 1 and 2. And then we will do the back together as a warm-up in class. All right, so there's your reflection rules. Use those to help 1 and 2. We will do the back together in class, all right? So see you guys tomorrow.